Lamine Yamal. Nice curl!
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
The winner this year is
Lamine Yamal.
I think he's a superstar.
First time in my life I saw someone, wow, who is it?
Right now, Lamine Yamal just might be the scariest talent in football. Goals in big games, taking on defenders twice his age and humiliating them, and game after game proving that the future of football is as scary as it gets. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because behind the flair and the Travellas is a boy fighting for himself and his family. This is the insane story of the next big thing in football. Lamine Yamal was born in a small town in Catalonia, and right from the start it was clear he had a great future in the sport. Getting bathed by Messi should have been just a random ad, but it was part of something, a bigger picture. But even with the signs from destiny early on, he still has to build his path. His parents had separated when Lamine was just 3 years old, and with his dad being a painter and his mum a waitress, the future didn't exactly seem bright for him. But somehow, football was just around the corner and became a big deal in the household. See, Yamal's dad had tried to go pro, but it never really worked out for him, and in the end he turned to odd jobs and painting to survive and find a way for his family and his kid. But it was clear from an early age that his son was different. The area where he lived, Mataro, had a deep interest in football, and it wasn't uncommon to see many young kids Yamal's age taking an interest in the sport. By the age of 4, Yamal was already on the path to professional football. He joined La Torretta Football Club, and in just 3 years, he'd made such a big impact that he already had scouts across the country on alert and had put his area postcode on the map. By the time Yamal turned 7, scouts and people watching struggled to believe what they were seeing. He was already twice as good for his age. They'd seen enough, and if La Torretta was the start to greatness, the Barca Academy gave him a big step towards it. Signing for Barcelona was the dream, but it was also clear that at his new club, he'd have to work hard to earn a place in the team. See guys, a big part of Lamine Yamal's backstory is his roots, and he never forgets that. The 3 little flags on the back of his boots, they tell a whole story. Yamal's dad is of Moroccan descent. His mum is from Equatorial Guinea, but Lamine himself was born and raised in Spain. That's why you see all 3 flags on his boots. But there's more to it than just that. Because back in the early days at La Masia, Yamal wasn't just playing for himself. He was carrying the dreams of 2 people. It wasn't just Yamal who wanted to become a footballer. It was like his dad was playing football through him, taking him to every training session, supporting him at every turn, watching him grow. It was like watching his own dream live on through his son, and slowly, that dream started becoming real. At Barcelona, he was already turning heads. From the pre-Benjamin stage to Alevine R, and then to the Infantil B team, the feedback was always the same. This kid was special. He was versatile too. In his early days at La Masia, he played as a striker. He even filled in at left back sometimes. But the wings, that's where he truly belonged. Eventually, he locked down that right wing position and made it his own. Meanwhile, in the first team, Xavi had brought back the old system, trusting youth, giving La Masia talents their chance. And even though Yamal was just 15 at the time, Xavi was so blown away by his talent that he gave him the call-up. He was ready. Yamal made the bench the week before against Atletico Madrid, and when he finally made his debut for Barcelona versus Real Betis at the tail end of the 2022 La Liga season, it was clear this kid was special. And very young too. He was still only 15, and at the time had just become the youngest player to debut for Barcelona. See, it wasn't weird to see Xavi or the club give the opportunity to young talent. What was weird in Yamal's case was how young he was. But it seemed Xavi, just like everyone at the club, had seen something in Yamal that the world would only realise later. Despite all the hype around him, Xavi had seen how focused and humble he was. He remained the same kid they'd taken from the academy to the first team even after he made the jump and blew. And so Xavi was willing to reward this humbleness with a place in the first team, and even better, push his new talent up the ranks if he had to, and it paid off. Into the 2023-24 season, and Yamal was shattering records game after game.